Hello everyone, this is Miroslava, the Metaphysical chick, multiverse ambassador, here to help you master the matrix by expanding your mind. And welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. How was the beginning of this magnificent number 6 year, Venus year, this 2022? So far it's been great for me. I've been resting and I've been doing a lot of thinking as to, where I want this channel to go to, because I have so many ideas. But meanwhile, as I'm organizing the thoughts and the ideas that I have, I want to share a video with you that I filmed with Align Fest. And this is a summit where a lot of channelers and wonderful people gather to bring in perspectives and bring in inspiration and empowerment and techniques and practices for a lot of people that are, just ready to kick off the year with a lot of magic and with a lot of inner peace and inner knowing. The summit already took place. That's why I have the video that I will be sharing with you. But if you want to look over the replays, the recordings of all the sessions, and really dive into the practices that a lot of the people shared, then you can just join and you can, go through all the videos at your own pace. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video. But the video that I am sharing with you is gonna be it's gonna be only part of the channeling session that I had with Commander Ashtar and Archangel Michael, and I'm also gonna add the Q&A part of that session that I had. So I'll be answering some questions that people had and just questions that the host had for me. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. And also one other thing before we dive into the video, I'm sorry, just one more thing. I do need your help. I am working on a page on my website where I ask extraterrestrials things or questions, and then I channel the answers, and I am going to be displaying all of those answers in my website. And then I'm also going to be utilizing those questions and answers as social media posts and maybe even YouTube videos. If you were to ask an extraterrestrial a question, what would that question be? Leave it in the comments and I'll be going through all of those questions. Your question may be answered and it may be featured in my website and also in social media posts. So without further ado, let's dive into my channeling session and the Q&A.
Where did your channeling, experience start? How did this come about for you?
I think this is a journey that we are always on, since we are born. But, there's a lot of conditioning and a lot of programming. So I did have to do a lot of deconditioning and deprogramming and rewiring my brain to kind of really believe that there is something more out there. Because I think that's what is keeping humanity from reaching or from connecting with other interdimensionals or extraterrestrials. So when I started to really believe that what I was seeing or what I was experiencing was in fact true, that's when I started to receive so much more information. And I started to, the way I started to channel these beings was through drawing. So I remember one day I was just lying in bed, in this same bed back here, and I was in a very rough space. I was not doing well mentally and emotionally, and I just remember sitting there with a piece of paper and a pencil, and then I blacked out for like 10 minutes. I just felt a lot of energy, and then when I regained consciousness, I saw a picture of this being. And I drew that picture in like 10 minutes, but I had no memory of how I did everything. Like it was so weird. But yeah, I started to receive messages from that being, and it was just very empowering. For me, everything is a feeling. It's like at first, I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, I just feel. Stop thinking, to not try to make sense of what they are seeing or what they are experiencing, because that creates more distortion. Because a lot of the times we are at a lower level of consciousness than these beings, so we distort the messages and the information. So I always tell them to not really think about what they're seeing or try to make sense of anything, but to just come back to the heart. Really just shift the focus from the mind and kind of bring it back to the heart.
Perfect. I love that you said about feeling and tuning into that and just allowing yourself to believe. That's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And one thing that you also said was knowing who you are. And something that we've learned about you is that you've said this is your first lifetime on Earth, that you are a starseed. Can you explain about what that means?
Everyone is a starseed. It doesn't matter, if you've been on Earth many times. What I see, I work a lot with the quantum field and the multiverse. And I believe that everything is coexisting in this moment. And so although I am here, this Miroslava is this human and she is here, there is another aspect of me that is in Sirius or in Arcturus, or there is another aspect of me that is in a different universe. The way that I found out that I was a starseed, I've always been on my own. I don't really have any friends. And I felt like I was kind of the outcast, kind of like crazy, like the black sheep. And I was never really able to connect with anyone. And it was so hard because I remember when I was 5 years old or 6, around that time, I tried to kill myself. But I was very little. Like that, why would such a young little child attempt that, try to kill themselves? And at that time, I didn't kill myself because I heard in church that if you kill yourself, you go to hell. So that's what kind of like kept me from doing that. And what I realize now that I'm older is that, I was just not comfortable in this human skin. And when we, starseeds, or when you come directly from another star system or from another universe, the frequency, the vibration that you hold in that space is so different than the vibration or the density of this planet. And so when you come here, when you are born, you go through the whole process of birth, which is very traumatic for a lot of people. And then, you are born and you are a child and you are hearing so many different perspectives and so many people. You grow up sometimes in violence or seeing injustice, and that is just, it's a lot for us to take.
You mentioned Yeshua, Master Jesus, introducing you to the galactic. So can you talk about your channeling experience now? When you're talking to galactics, who are you talking to and what's happening?
It's so many consciousnesses, and a lot of the times I don't receive names. Like I don't know a lot of the times who it is exactly that I am talking to. It's all frequency and energy, and that's kind of what I go by. One of them is the Ashtar command. And this is a collective of renegades. And I believe that I am actually part of this group. Like Ashtar is the one that came through, the first galactic being that came in for me. But at the time, I was so afraid because I was hearing so many things about extraterrestrials that I just pushed him back. And then when I was ready, that's kind of when he returned and he came back. And I started to learn more about the Ashtar Command and who they are. And another collective, I'll go to one of the archangels that I work with a lot, which is Archangel Michael. And he, along with Ashtar, are the ones that wanted to come through the channeling today. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see what shows up. But they'll be working together. So yeah, Archangel Michael, he's been with me since the very beginning of my spiritual journey as well. But we also have the Pleiadians. My past life, I come from the Pleiades. So that's kind of how I am connected to that collective. And Arcturus, Sirius, I have some connections there as well. And then we also have a council. They are called the Multiverse Council. And these are not actual physical beings. The way that I see them is as I don't even know how to describe it, because when I see them, it's like they are very fluid. It's just like they move in very weird ways, and they don't have a physical body. It's all energy, but they exist consciously, which is so just mind-blowing to me, that they consciously exist across all universes. And they are the ones that kind of keep track of everything that is taking place. They don't interfere. Like none of the galactic beings interfere, but especially them, because they are like I guess in a higher level than a lot of us, but they just see everything that happens, they keep track of everything, and they just they just see everything unfolding. And so that's one of the newer ones, the Multiverse Council. But there's also the Galactic Federation that I also connect to sometimes, and there's this Pleiadian Council within the Galactic Federation that I work with. And recently I started also connecting with the cosmic bodies. And these are galactic beings that they are not part of any council or any federation. They are in their own spaceships doing their thing, and they're just showing up to help people, to help humanity. And my Pleiadian buddy, he's my cosmic buddy, he comes from another universe. So he entered this universe to help humanity and to help me to it was a lot more to support me, as a human, as a being within this planet. And I just, like, he's been giving me a lot of information as well. But yeah, so those are kind of some of the ones that I work with the most. But yeah, there's, the Hathors, the Alokians.
What about the cosmic buddy too? And do we all have cosmic buddies?
Oh yes, yes, absolutely yes. What I was told by my own cosmic buddy is that we all have one cosmic body, one of these, and this cosmic body is kind of like can be our counterpart, or like someone that we've worked with in other lives or in other star systems, and they're just showing up. Again, they're not with any council or federation. They're just here to support you as a person, as a human. Because, like, we also, although we're starseeds and we meditate and we do all of these amazing practices, we still need the help. We still need the assistance. And they are here to kind of give us that without so much background noise, I guess, that comes with like connecting with councils and like federations. It's more kind of like one-on-one interaction. It's more human interaction, if that makes sense in a way.
And we want to turn the floor over to you.
And what I've come to see in my own journey here through social media and just connecting with people in general is that they are so afraid of the shadow. They are so afraid of darkness because we see movies and we see, what demons do and what happens, ghost stories, and that's kind of terrifying. And it's different, and there's masculine and feminine, and there is, like good and bad, and there's a lot going on. And I think that's very beautiful. And in other star systems, we don't really get to experience that. And that's something that I've come to really appreciate and love about this planet, is just me being able to really be human and really love everything that the human has to offer. It's powerful technology that we can use to kind of ground those cosmic frequencies and to be able to utilize our energy and utilize our soul, the essence of our soul, in a way that really works with this planet, that really works for humans. Because what, and this is what he's saying, is that they are not here doing the work because they can't. They don't hold a frequency that can be seen by people and not be worshipped. Going back to Jesus or to Yeshua, he is worshipped because they see him as this God, because he was able to create miracles. He was able to walk on water. Archangel Michael is also saying is that, if beings like this, if me personally, if I was to come down to this planet as that multidimensional being, as part of the Ashtar command, as one of those renegade souls, in my full on beauty and magic, if you were to come here to this planet with your soul fully activated and just being able to create all those magical things, people around you would look at you and they would think that you were a god and you would be worshipped. And that's something that we or that we are trying to prevent. And that's what they are saying, is that we don't want to be worshipped. We don't want to be seen as higher than you, as greater than you, as better than you, because we are not. Really come back to your human body, come back to yourself, honor yourself and love yourself. Love your human. You are human. You are here to be human, not to be extraterrestrial, not to be alien, not to be Syrian or Pleiadian or Arcturian or Andromedan. There are so many extraterrestrial consciousnesses in this universe, and they're all available to you, because in the quantum field, you are everything. There is a multiverse. You are. Oh, that's beautiful. You are our miracle. A crystal, an etheric crystal, a crystal that holds a lot of energy, information in this crystal. Oh, and you can work with this crystal anytime you come to this space with the Merkaba. And what the Merkaba does is it kind of elevates your frequency so that you can access more information within this crystal.
That was beautiful. Amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Question 1 from Marielle, and she asked, how do I know who forms part of my galactic family and which memories from these lives should I lean on for support, improving my physical health on Earth?
But one of the things that I do recommend people to do, if they don't really know what galactic consciousness they feel a resonance with or they want to connect to, is I have another picture here that I want to share. And this is the picture of Ashtar. So I'm going to share this picture because I do believe that hold on. I do believe that, I don't know if you can see it. I do believe that looking at images of beings really activates a lot within us. And so one of the things that helped me specifically is when I was at the beginning of my journey, when I didn't really know about Pleiadians or Syrians or Arcturians, I went to Google. I just went to Google. I researched extraterrestrial races, and you will find a lot of pictures there, and really kind of start clearing your vessel from all the programming that we have, because a lot of the movies that we have about extraterrestrials are about invasions, are about abduction. Conditioning your brain to start seeing these beings as another you, as another part of you, as another part of this universe, and then you'll be able to be more at peace when you go in that space, and there's not going to be a lot of fear. And again, fear does create a lot of distortion. So the less fear that you have, the better it is. Although I believe that there's always going to be a little bit of fear, because that's part of being human. It's part of who we are. But yeah, so just look for images, save the images that resonate with you, and then use them to meditate. And if you want to use crystals as well, the crystal that I recommend the most is clear quartz. It's plain, it's simple, and you can find it anywhere.
For joining us, Miroslava, and we'll be tuning in.
Thank you, Archangel Michaels and Ashtar Commander. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
So what did you think? I honestly was so excited and so honored to be part of this Align Fest Summit, and it really helped me see that this is what I am meant to do. I am here to use my voice and to inspire other fellow starseeds, especially galactic souls that are here on Earth for the first time and are really having a hard time. I really feel that's who I am here to work with or empower the most, because I'm one of those souls. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this amazing transmission from Archangel Michael and from Ashtar. If you want to dive deeper and really work with the Merkaba activation and the crystal gift that Archangel Michael gave to all of us, then you can definitely go to the link in the description of this video. That is an affiliate link, so if you do end up purchasing the Align Fest Summit replay, I will be getting a percentage of that amount. So I highly, just appreciate that. I'm doing this as a full-time job, and it's been kind of hard, I have to admit. But yeah, so all the support is highly appreciated and welcomed. And again, if you have any questions for the extraterrestrials, leave it in the comments. But that'll be it for today, my friend. I do have, again, a lot of ideas and a lot of things coming up. I'm actually working on a course to help people summon and embody Goddess Kali and other different goddesses. And there's a lot that I want to do with the extraterrestrials as well. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and share this video if you feel like there's someone out there that needs to listen to the messages or the information that I shared. So that's it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.